Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of PGTV. My name is Gene and I serve as lead pastor at C3 Church right here in Naples. I'm coming to you to encourage you, maybe equip you, possibly entertain you. This is more of an encouraging type of video for today's episode. I want to talk to those of you, especially those of you in ministry, for a moment. Also, maybe you're a parent, maybe you're in charge of people, especially pastors. If you're a pastor today, I want you to hear this. You're not God. Now that may sound funny, but I'm not joking. We have to realize this. Sometimes when we try to solve everybody's problems, we make ourselves like God. Sometimes we get in the way of God. Sometimes we enable people. So I want to encourage you, especially during this time when some of your people are starting to lose it a little bit, I want you to maintain boundaries. Make sure you're still getting your solid family time. Make sure you turn the phone off and go to sleep. You need your rest. We see that happening even in the Bible. Jesus tells his disciples to get rest. Go look at Mark chapter 6 again. So it's really, really important that we get our rest, we do self-care, we make sure that we're all right. Because if the shepherd goes down, what's going to happen to the sheep? Who's going to take care of them? Self-care and boundaries are really, really, really important. I gave this analogy in a sermon recently where I was talking about parenting. And if you're a parent, you know you gotta let your kid cry it out sometimes, because otherwise we might enable them. They might not learn self-care or self-soothing. They might become manipulative later on in life if we teach them that type of behavior. And a lot of times, people who call, I find they can often solve the problem on their own. They know the answer. They just want someone else to do it for them. Sometimes they're being lazy. And again, you're not God. I got asked this question very early on in ministry, and it took me a long time to answer it. Well, what if you turn off the phone in the middle of the night and someone tried to call you and they kill themselves? I shouldn't ever be placing that responsibility on myself. Otherwise, when someone does, I might think that it's my fault. I might blame myself for it. We cannot put that kind of pressure on ourselves. Carve out that time. For me, it's usually around 7 in the morning or 7 at night. I'm doing my pastoral work. But after that, my phone goes off. I take care of my family. And then I take care of myself. So that's my encouragement to you, especially those of you working in ministry. Yeah, you can put in 12-hour days and be there for your people. But you got to take some time for yourself and your family. So remember, you're not God.